Afternoon, good morning. This is EMS Automotive, manufacturers of sheet metal for your 49 to 51 Ford car, often known as a shoebox Ford. We're going to be talking about all of our products today for the 49 to 51 shoebox Fords. EMS Automotive manufacturers in the United States. We use heavy gauge steel, made in our own factories, made in our own tooling. What we're going to start with is the lower front fender behind the tire. So your front tire is over here, your door is over here, common rust area. As part of the fender, it rolls under, the wheel catches up. We roll the edges, we got your flanges, so this will be hemmed over onto the brace on the inside. 18 gauge steel, formed with all the correct curves, has a little offset if you want to tuck it underneath. One of the things that goes with this is the back side, is we have the inner brace. Very high form, lots of detail, very difficult to make. We put it inside the part, and it goes inside there and fixes up the car and does your brace on the inside, because the dirt packs on the inside and they rust out. The next thing we're going to jump to is the lower rear quarter panel. The lower rear quarter panel is here behind the tire, and the lower front is in front of the tire. We split it in the middle so it ships UPS. None of that expensive truck freight or difficult to unload stuff. We do it. We make it easy for you. This is the lower rear. Die stamp, United States, 18 gauge steel, heavy, just like it's supposed to be, just like they made it in 1949. Roll into the fender edge. We roll underneath the car. We roll around to the back tail pan. We include your offset flange. Smooth, rust-free, dent-free. We ship it to your UPS ground service. If it gets damaged in UPS, EMS takes care of it. You don't have to worry about those Chinese importers trying to push it off on you. We'll handle it. We'll just get you a new part because we make them. Here's the lower front. This is in front of the rear tire being over here, your door over here. This is obviously for your two-door sedans and two-door coupes. Will not fit the station wagon, of course. It will not fit four doors. Rolls into the door jamb area, goes to the factory seam. A lot of people forget to understand that the rocker panel, which is over here, the seam between the rocker panel and the quarter is 3 or 4 inches in front of the edge of the door. This is the lower quarter. Don't let anybody tell you that this area here is the rocker panel, or they have a long rocker or short rocker. There's no such thing. We make our rocker panels just like the factory, and we'll show you that in a minute. And so we got the lower front quarter, same as just like the rear. We got it. It goes together. We leave a little extra so you can adjust it to make your fender skirts fit if you like to do that. A lot of custom guys like to put their fender skirts on. All right, I'm back. I was talking about the 49 Ford rocker panels, and I forgot to put one on the table. So we went out to the warehouse to go and get one. As you can see, all of these are rocker panels for different Fords, and we need to grab, here we go, 89. The stack's almost as tall as I am. We'll go right back to the table and explain. Okay, we're back. As you saw over there when we went out to the warehouse, that whole stack of rocker panels made in the USA. Here's our number 89 rocker panel. Part number 89, specify left or right. It's made like the factory, made like it's supposed to be. Got all the curves to roll underneath, has the flange that goes behind the fender. Those cheap slip over, $15 repair, Chinese, garbage things you get from the mail order houses, they don't have all this. They don't have this form in here. We got the step in there. We got the pockets. We got the spot weld flange where it goes to the floor pan. We got the flange in the back where it goes up to the seam, like it's supposed to. 18 gauge. Made in the USA. Not China, the USA, by American workers, so your money stays here. 18 gauge. Okay, now what we're going to be jumping to is we mentioned that this flange here bolts up to the floor pan. Right here we have our new die stamp OEM style floors for the 49 and 50 Fords. This will fit all your 2 doors, 4 doors, convertibles. Will not fit the station wagon. This is new for 2015. All your ribs, brake hole, flanges on the side, offset, goes all the way from the rocker panel all the way over to the transmission hump. Okay, and you can see this thing is a pretty long and big piece. As I mentioned with our rocker panel, the flanges here, as you can see, slide it off the table. The flanges will go like that, just like the way Ford Motor Company made it. Okay. This is available left and right. Each side is unique. We make it that way. So here again, we'll take a look at it. All of your shape, die stamped, made by EMS. We're easy to get a hold of. Call us up. We'll ship it out to you. We got a website, www.emsautomotive.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Facebook and Instagram for you guys that like the smartphone social media. We can handle it. Okay. Of course, to go with the floor pans, you have the floor braces. We make them here. This is heavy duty 16 gauge. That's 060 material. That's thicker than the floor pans. This is what will support the car and the floor pan from the frame. Die stamped, has all your shapes and curves. This is your front floor brace, comes up here, go underneath the car, like that. The rear floor brace, which is close to the edge of the back door. Here again, 16 gauge steel, all formed one piece. You don't have to hand fab it. You don't have to make it look ugly. This is it, made by us. Okay, now we're going to talk about the tail pan. The tail pan is the body panel underneath the trunk lid. And normally it goes from fender to fender seam, depending upon how the car is made. For the 4951 Fords, we offer 2 different styles. We have the original tail panel, die stamped in USA, 18 gauge steel, formed with your trunk seal, spot wall flanges, rolls underneath like it's supposed to. This is the stock one. It's about 4 inches high. Trunk lid closes into here. On the stock 49 Ford, you would have a gravel shield and a bumper. So if you took the bumper or you took the gravel shield off, you'd see all the ugly underneath the frame. That's stock. But since we like custom cars, we like street rods, we like to do a lot of things with our cars, EMS Automotive has created a full rear roll pan for the 49, the 51 Fords. Pointed out here on this picture here. Full rear roll pan all the way down to the bottom of the fenders, not cut off underneath. And what this does, this will hide the frame and give you that roll pan look, that smooth custom look in the back. Now, die stamp steel, 18 gauge, made in the USA, has your trunk lid seal, rolls all the way underneath. You can see the depth of that big deep draw that we use in our own big machinery that we own. This can be used, it goes right in, no modification to the car. Goes from fender, quarter panel to quarter panel, fender to fender, however you like to call it. Goes in there with no modification whatsoever. Now, question is, well, I want to run a bumper. Yes, you can still run your stock bumper with this. You don't need the gravel shield. You can have your custom bumper that you ran when you're in high school, when you customized the car way back in the day. You can run the stock bumper. Some guys take the bumper, cut the bumper irons, bring it a little bit closer to the body. Looks stock, looks great. You can do a lot of different things with this. No matter what your vision is, this tail panel will satisfy it. Bumper, no bumper, custom bumper. Many guys put this on as a roll pan, and they'll cut out a little area and have their exhaust tips in there. Very good. If you'd like to see some pictures of this being installed on cars, go to our website, which is www.emsautomotive.com. Look into the photo gallery in 1949 Fords, and you'll see some pictures of this installed on cars and how cool it looks. Very reasonably priced. It ships UPS. So it's easy to get. Just call us up, 216 541-4585. Ask for our free catalog. The body book has all of our sheet metal panels in it. Okay, back again after we move some parts around the table. Want to touch on our new 49 to 50 Ford floor pan that we die stamp here in the US by EMS Automotive. This does fit 49 to 50 only. The 50 has a unique floor because in 51 they started with the first automatic transmission. So this will fit the 4950 only. If you go to our catalog or website, emsautomotive.com, we do have a floor pan kit for the 51 Fords. So you can look, we haven't forgotten about you, so we still have that. We'll leave that up over there, and hopefully it won't fall down. Okay, for all the people that like to be on Facebook and Instagram, we got sites over there that keep us going, and you can contact us there and look at all of our products and a link to all that other good stuff that we have. Okay, what we're working on now is the trunk floor area for the 49 to 51 Fords. We make it in 3 pieces. Here again, we ship everything UPS. So we split it up. We split it up so you can get it in the trunk. Since the trunk lid is a little bit smaller than the floor, we can get the pieces in the trunk, and we can save on shipping because we don't have to do that expensive truck stuff. The most popular piece on the trunk floor area is part number 96, which is what we call the trunk floor extension. This sits directly inside the trunk lid, and your tail panel is here, whether you want to use the stock one or you want to use our wonderful roll pan for that custom look. Here again, die stamped. All the detail in here. All the detail. Heavy 18 gauge steel made in the USA. This fits all of your 49 to 51 Ford 2-door sedans, 4-door sedans, convertibles, hardtops. Will not fit the wagon, of course, because that's unique. And then what we have is we have the main trunk floor section. So we have a left and we have a right. Here again, this is a huge piece, huge piece. We know the trunk floor is rot out, but you can't do it like the cheap guys that try to fabricate something over here, a flat sheet with some beads in it, because you know the rust comes up in here. We have it formed for you. So you cut it up into solid areas, way up all the way from the rust. It goes in there, it's super strong. You know, your frame is under here. All the beads, we have the offsets so they go together nice. We have the flanges that fit on the inside of the quarter, fender well, all there die stamped. That's the driver's side. Passenger side, right-hand side is almost the same. Here again, your spare tire well will go here. We have an outline for it. Some guys like to not use the spare tire well because they're wide. New wider radials won't fit, and they want to keep a flat floor if they put a fuel cell underneath or something like that. So we've accommodated you that. That's a technology EMS Automotive has. Die stamped heavy 18 gauge steel, all of your flanges easy to weld in. Since we talked about the spare tire well, here we go. 18 gauge steel, deep draw. That's almost 12 inches deep, 14 inches deep. All made in one piece in our own factories here in America. You can weld it right in, you cut out the hole, and you drop it right in if that's what you if you need to keep the original spare tire well. Okay, now we're going to talk about rusty doors. I don't know why doors always like the rust, but we kind of like them. EMS makes a door bottom kit. EMS door bottoms that repair the bottom of your door. We give you the outer skin and the inner structure in the EMS door bottom kit. Okay, for the door bottom kit, we have the outer skin, which is 20 gauge steel, just like original. Just like original. We die stamp it in our own factories in the United States with our own tooling, made in our own tool shop. Notice the curve, it's die stamped. It's not rolled, it's not a flat piece you're going to try to form. We formed it for you. It has a slight curve to it. There again, it's not a flat sheet. Don't know if the camera guy can get that. We got the flanges on the back side so you can hem them over and attach them to the inner structure. Your inner structure is here. Die stamped. This is 18 gauge steel. The inner structure of the door is a little bit heavier than the skin on the outside. So this is 18 gauge. Die stamped. Look at all the shapes and curves. So you just cut the bottom of your door off. With these two pieces, you'll have a brand new door again. We stamped the hinge pocket in there. Very difficult to do, but we got the technology to do it. 18 gauge steel. And look at this is the back side. Look at the depth of that draw. That takes a lot of tooling and a lot of big machinery in order to form that, and we do that for you. So when you buy the EMS door bottom kit, you get the inner structure, because as you know, the water all sits in the bottom, the leaves and stuff, and this whole thing rots out. We fix it correctly. See the back side over here? All this is rotted out. This will fix you right up. And then you put the properly formed skin on it, and you got a brand new bottom of the door, all from EMS Automotive.